Negative Andy, you've come in there, all guns blazing off camera. You've got a few things to say to Steve Bruce, so the floor's yours. Go for it.
Well, why were we not sacked when we were 10 points clear, like every fan wanted? You know, there's some sort of mitigating circumstances against you every time. You know, the fans are against you. You're lucky that there's no fans in the stadium because your cabbage-headed cunt would have been sacked a long time ago. This just mirrors the McLaren season, to be fair, doesn't it? Don't leave it too late, Fat Ashley. You know, I know that whether you want to fuck off or not, or what your agenda is, I'm sure it's not losing money in the championship or below, because that team at the minute won't get promoted straight away. It's not fit for purpose, is it? It's not fit for shit. It's not fit for licking my left testicle, to be fair, or licking me boots, or whatever you want to say. So, you know, do something about it. You should have sacked him after the Brentford game. You should have sacked him definitely after the Sheffield United game. You should have sacked him after every subsequent game before that. People will say, but we were okay tonight, weren't we? But we weren't fucking shite, because you give away 2 goals, right? The near post. You defend like shit, and they don't even break sweat. They don't even get out of third gear. That's not good. That's not. If you think that's good tonight, right? You need your head fucking wobbled, because it's not good enough. It's not. I sit here. I see St. Maxim score an absolute great goal. You know, great technique, absolutely fantastic finish. It counts for fuck all because we're so soft. We give away such shit goals. No, Burton Albion would have beat us today with them goals we give away. It's not good enough. You know what? It's not good enough, and I don't want to watch that for the next 13 games. You know, like, I've had enough, to be honest. It's not good enough. There's no, you know, it's fucking shite. You know what? The Titanic, you know, we've already sank, and it's not too late to get out of it. You know, Fulham, you know, they're still behind. They're still going to beat Crystal Palace away. It's not a gimme, but you know, if we get something against Wolves, it's
Fulham's got a better goal difference.
It's possible. I just think without Wilson on that side, you know, the fans' hearts sink before the matches. You know, you just think where the goal's coming from. It's going to be a struggle. St. Maximin scored a worldie tonight, to be honest. A great technique. But it's just, it's a hardship, isn't it? I just don't think we're going to create enough chances and have the goal scorers to put the chances away if we get them. And I think it's going to be, we're unfortunate that we're playing Wolves, who are really struggling. They've won 3 of the last 4 games. They're on the up. And then that West Brom game is going to be absolutely terrible game to be part of, because they're going to be so desperate for the win. I think it confirms, if we beat them, it confirms their relegation. So it's such a big game that we need to beat them. Or we need to avoid defeat. But then if we only get a draw against them, then Fulham have got some really hard fixtures after that next game. You know, they could easily not beat Crystal Palace and then lose the next 3, because they've got some really tough games. But it's, you know, I think if Newcastle go into the relegation zone, they won't come out of it. So it's important. It's so important that we don't fall in the bottom 3.
Yeah.
And I'll let you speak, actually, to be honest. I'm just ranting.
Go for it. I'm enjoying hearing your rant. This is what we have for Negative Andy. But you said before, if we get relegated, we'll not come back up with this team. Like,
no.
Do you truly believe that, even if we change Steve Bruce? Because I think with St. Maximin, Almiron, Wilson, if we keep that same team in the championship, I think we could cause havoc, obviously, under a good manager with good quality.
Sorry to interrupt you, Keg. St. Maximin won't play in the championship. I can tell you that now, right?
But if we do keep this team, like for an example, this squad right here, right now, with a different manager in the championship, will get promoted.
If we get relegated, right, and St. Maximin plays a season in the championship, right, I'll do a naked streak at the Stadium of Plate, right, because it's got 0 chance of happening, right? You know what? I love St. Maximin, and good. He's a great lad. He's witty. He's fantastic off the pitch. He's great on the pitch, and I can't blame him. He won't play in the championship. I can tell you that, like, 100%. And I can't blame him.
You said before, though, Steve Bruce, if fans were there, he would be sacked by now, would be launching cabbages off his massive bonds. Do you truly believe that? Do you reckon Mike Ashley would actually have the balls and make that cut?
I think if Bruce is getting cabbages launched off his head, I think he'd probably quit. To be honest, because I think it wouldn't just be one or two fans. But at this stage of the season, after what they've watched, I think everybody would be smuggling. Like, it wouldn't just be smuggling cabbages in. I think the stewards wouldn't be able to stop it. I think it would just be there'd be so many cabbages in that stadium that, you know, it would be such a task for the people after the match to collect them so they don't go rotten for the next game. It would just be, I think there'd be a cabbage shortage in Newcastle, and I think slugs would suffer. I think the likes of like animals, like, it would have a massive impact on the environment, because I think that slugs wouldn't have enough cabbages to survive on. There would be that many cabbages in St James's Park. I truly believe that, and I think that it would be the right thing to do. I think I'm all for the environment. I'm all for endangered species. I think there's a lot of slugs around, slugs and snails as well. Snails are really important. They're like cabbages. Now, I think there would be a massive. There wouldn't be a quarter of cabbages in Newcastle to cater for them, so you'd probably have to import cabbages from elsewhere for the slug and the snail population. To be fair, because his buns would be fucking getting struck by the cunts.
It would do the economy of the northeastern fruit and veg shops some good, though, anyway, wouldn't it?
Oh, I mean, it would be fantastic, wouldn't it? I'd probably consider getting a big freezer as well, freeze them and sell them on match days. And if they were frozen, it would be better as well. It would have more impact, wouldn't it?
And that would sort your funds out for the next year anyway.
Well, you don't need to hit his nose, to be fair. So if you hit his buns, what's the worst that can happen? Because there's not a lot of happening in terms of tactical nous in there. So you might be able to create some by launching off his head, to be honest. Because, like I said, I think to the untrained eye, you say that's not a bad performance of the night. But that's the untrained eye. It was when you gift sort of okay
second half
sides,
especially.
Gift sides leads like that, and they don't have to break sweat, and they plan for the Champions League next match, or, well, Europa Cup or next league game, whatever it is. You know, you take it. It's fantastic. Beat a side at the bottom without breaking sweat. Fantastic. So great. Yeah. So, Solskjaer will be delighted. But anyway, I'm gonna go to sleep, I think.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Get yourself cooled down and get a beer. That's what you salute.
Nice one. Cheers, mate.
No worries, mate.
Fingers crossed for the next one, eh?
Well, you mentioned it before, Wolves. It's a big game. We need to start getting some points on the board. Otherwise, that 3 points is going to be closing down real quick.
Never know. We might look back at that Southampton game, next game, or last game, and think, you know what, that was the game that kept her up. Who knows? Fingers crossed.
Yeah. No worries, mate. Take care. Have a good one.
See you, mate.